This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Welcome to what is kind of a list, but this is kind of an off-the-cuff kind of thing. You see, the best way to describe this is I call these the top 5 or top whatever games that you should probably give out orange slices in a juice box with. And the reason I call it that is because, let's face it, we are in the age where I am an older, more mature guy, an old fart. Let's just put it. Let's just call it what it is. But the age of people winning and losing has dissipated. It no longer exists. Too many people believe in participation trophies and, oh God, everybody should win. And it's something I don't believe in. And it's something, maybe because I'm from a different time, you know, and that now we are in the whatever era you want to call it. I don't even want to call it what they call it. But I think it makes people weaker, honestly. One of the things I like about games, and let's just keep this to games, is that there has to be some kind of challenge. If you want to play a hero, what is the definition of a hero? A hero is somebody that faces insurmountable odds. Okay? They're in a no-win situation, but they still face the situation and win at it. Okay? They have overcome something that they physically or mentally could never overcome. Thus, why do people love Superman? There's a group that loves Superman because he's overpowered and he never has to worry about anything. And that's why he doesn't have a great cast of heroes. But you take a Spider-Man, a Batman, a couple other heroes that have these villains that are twice their power range, and you look and you go, wow, how the heck is he going to get out of this? That is the definition of a hero. He finds a way in situations that you cannot get out of. And that's where it's almost come to the point where a lot of this has translated to the gaming, where people will pan a game because, oh, it's too hard. Well, do you want it easy? Do you want to just be able to sit there with your friends and go, well, we made it through that mission, I'll meet you next week and we'll do it. There's nothing in there that makes you want to get through or play a game all the way through. You'll play that game once and never play it again. People complain about Dark Souls because it's too hard. Well, I kind of like it being that hard. Is it too hard? Maybe. But the thing is, and one of the big knocks of it is you fight and you strategically get all the way to this certain part and then you get steamrolled and you have to start all over. Well, I kind of like that, because when you finally beat it and you get through it, you went, holy cow, we finally did this, and there's more reward. If you do like some of these games that are going to be on this list, where dying, oh well, just skip a turn, keep all your stuff, rearrange everything, give yourself half health, and you're fine, and keep on going. Let's go. What's the point? Eventually, you're going to win, and having, you know, numerous resurrections and stuff like that just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And I think that you know, the harder a game is, or somebody being a little bit more creative, I think it's more rewarding. Well, so, you know, maybe you don't go rushing in there, okay? Maybe if you can go and then all of a sudden you're knocked out of the whole game and you're just sitting there, well, that's part of the risk. That's part of the risk, and I think that really works because it teaches people how to play games a little more strategically, work together a little harder, and appreciate when you finally overcome a situation. It really becomes a point where if everybody wins and that there is no winner or loser, what do you learn? What do you take out of life for that? And I think in this particular commentary, that this isn't even a top 5 game thing. This is more of a commentary. That I think the thing that happens here is I can remember certain experiences in my life, and I'm going to tell you one real quick. When I was, I think 8 or 9, I can't pinpoint the exact. It was a long time ago, and I think we still hunted for animals to eat. I don't know, but back then I played Little League for the first time. Okay, I've never played Little League before. It was my first year of Little League, and I was pretty good at it. I've always been a very good athlete, and we lost all the games in the first round. There was 2 rounds, and we didn't play very well at all. But the second round, we played really well. Now, whoever won the first round and the second round would play each other, and would be the champion. If a team won both rounds, they were the champion, and that was it. There was no playoff. There was no nothing. Well, the first round we lost every single game. The second round we won every game, and even beat the team that was unbeatable. So we had to go into this playoff round, which was, we were going to play these guys, and we were ready. And I remember that Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, getting down there, and we played, and I was the last person up. We had a person on first and second. We were losing 6-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, because we played 6 innings then. Oh, you can't stand there. Oh, stupid cat. I'm not going to edit this out because that's just life. Cat gets underneath my feet. I got up to bat, and I hit a shot. It was a line drive, and the kid somehow stuck up his glove, caught it, and I made the last out in the championship game. And I went back to the bench, and I cried my eyes out like a baby. Okay, and that was at the end of August. It took a little while, but the pain went away. But come next spring in April, I remember what it felt losing. It hurt. It hurt to lose. And on that trophy day at the end of August, when they were handing out the trophies, and they got this nice big trophy, and I got this little itty bitty little second place trophy. I never forgot that feeling. The next year we went out, and with plenty of fire and a good team behind me, we went out and we won a championship, and it tasted that much sweeter. It was that much more, but it built character, and that's the thing that's missing, is character. I have a trophy room that is probably bigger than some people's living rooms. But the thing is, as many losses that you're going to go through losses in life, okay? They're going to build character, and it's how you overcome that and become stronger from it. Nowadays, it's, oh no, you don't want to hurt anybody because it ruins it. No, it doesn't ruin them. It just makes it that when they lose in life, that it's the first time that they've lost. You put your money in the stock market, there's no reset button when it all goes away, and say, well, that's okay, here, just hand in this token, and you can, guess what? You can have all your money back and try to invest again. No, that doesn't work. You lose. It's plain and simple. Okay? You're in a job interview against 5 other people. You better be better than them, because there's no, oh, I can't lose this. Can we have another try at this? And the guy that hires says, oh, come on in, have another interview and try it again, and maybe we'll take all of you guys, and all you guys did really well. No, there's going to be one person that's going to get that job, and that's the person that wants it more. That's the person that has that personal hunger, okay, that is willing to put it on the line each and every time. This is life. Life is not easy. And if we take games, whether it's games, sports, or whatever, and make it where it's so easy that that's okay, the main thing is that everybody tastes victory. Nah, that's not the way it works. That's why a lot of these harder games, you know, even in war, okay, you go, oh, well, you shot me. Can I have a second shot at it? No, it doesn't work that way, okay? You lose, we take over your country, and that's the end of that. That's the way it works. That's the way life is. Life is not an easy thing. Life is not a bag of donuts, okay? It's hard. And these games here are some of the ones that kind of stick out. So now we're going to apply this to games. One of the games that really sticks out is Doom, okay? Well, guess what? When you die, you respawn over here. Yeah, it's kind of like the video game, but in a board game, if you keep respawning and stuff like that, you're eventually going to win. I understand that sometimes there's timers involved, that you have to do something in a certain amount of turns, but come on. Another one that really bothers me on this stupid cat is the old favorite of mine, which was really impossible, was Warhammer Quest. Well, Warhammer Quest was hard and impossible, and you can get wiped out, and then that's it, okay? So they remade it, and they gave you these other versions. When you die, you just come back to life somewhere else. I mean, how does that even work? Another one that kills me is the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons box games, where you have a token, okay? So I can go rushing in. Don't worry, I can die here. That's okay because I have this resurrection token that I can turn in. But that's it. That's the only chance I'm going to get. There's no risk. There's no reward. There's nothing that you get out of that. So everybody has a couple shots at it. So if you're at the very end and you die, well, here's my resurrection token. Poof, I'm back up. No. No. One that kind of does it okay, and I kind of forgive a little bit, is Swords and Sorcery. When you die, if you are really towards the end, you get your spirit goes all the way back to the very beginning of the dungeon, and you can come back and you can try to catch up with everybody because you might be able to get back in there. Does it pull people out of the game a little bit and the story a little bit? Well, sometimes, but if you get bogged down or caught in a corner, you can catch up pretty quickly. I can almost forgive that one in some ways. Another one is Endure the Stars. You just don't, you're not out of the game. You just skip a turn, then come right back, keep all your stuff, don't worry about it, everything's fine, and yeah, okay, get ready, go. Doesn't work for me. And plus, let's face it, the game's a little bit easier, and as you can see that you play it, you go through it, you mow through it, and yeah, we won. Yeah, what? There's nothing really hard about it. But the biggest offender of all this, and the one that I'm going to stick out the most, is Descent. As much as I love Descent, and that's because I kind of, a lot of these games I kind of put in my own rules. And one of the things that really stands out and drives me absolutely bonkers is, of course, Descent. Because there is no penalty for dying, really. Sometimes the scenario calls for time. Well, you got to do this in so many rounds. Well, that's really not, because they could do it with you or without you. And when you die, well, you just, okay, we're going to put you here, and then you come back the next turn. Everything's fine. Just half your health. And somebody can cast something and heal you up, and let's just keep going. I think that's broken. There's nothing there that puts in a real risk. Why can't somebody, if you want to keep everybody in the game, do something really cool, something different? Say there's an evil necromancer that you have to fight or something like that. Well, if you die, guess what? You go to the other side. Okay? And now you become one of the minions for them. So you control all the creatures. The AI gets thrown out, and now you control and control all the evil guys. And if somebody else does, well, you split that. But before you get to the end of that thing, you have to face the dead part of your guys. So you can start moving your guys out, and just do something different. Make it where that if a hero is going to win something, they're going to win something, and it's going to mean something. Go home and maybe after a night you guys played something and lost something, maybe you go home and you formulate, well, you know what, next week when we get together and we play this again, maybe if we try this and work and talk about it, it brings up more teamwork. And that's what you really need, is teamwork and figuring the puzzle, figuring a way to win. Because if you want to win in life and you want to win bad enough, you're going to find a way. And that's why I think having games that are challenging and hard and mean something. If you're having fun and it's hard and it's frustrating sometimes, that you're going to find a way, because at the end of the day, the victory is going to be so much more sweeter. Well, this really wasn't a list as much as it was some commentary on how certain games kind of bug me with their juice box and orange slice attitude. Give me something that's impossible, because when I beat it, it's going to mean something, and I'm going to play it more. So when they come out with an expansion, I can't wait for it to be harder. Not, oh, you're going to die a lot, but don't worry, things get better. One of my favorite games does that too. Bones. I love that game. Too Many Bones. But the way I play it is, when I die, it's time to start all over again. I'm not allowed to die, because when I die, I'm dead. Make death mean something, even though that sounds a little weird. Well, until next time, I'm Rob Warren. Thanks for watching this, and we'll have another list for you next week.